I'm young. I'm Gen Z, so I think everything cheating.
Everything cheating?
No, I'm just
Gen
playing.
Z?
No, I don't think it's cheating. I just think like what was her name?
Kim.
Kim?
Yes.
I feel like I just need to step my game up as well. Like I feel like obviously I'm not doing something right, But of course I would like kind of feel some type of way. But then at the same time, it's like, all right, what do I have to do?
I want to say something real quick. A lot of stupid decisions come from being bored, lonely, and horny.
Oh,
that's true.
Because the woman is bored.
No, because a lot of men have no self-control, and that's the most powerful thing that you can have: discipline and self-control.
No, you guys, women are not active enough in the sexual department.
No, it's not, because I get it. I get the perspective about the one that's married.
You can't say that.
I get the perspective about the woman that's married, because obviously she's actually taking accountability and she's saying, no, maybe I gotta step my game up. But when you're dating somebody and they act like that, it is disrespectful, because it's like, bro, like we haven't even been together for years, and you're such a
It doesn't matter.
Man.
It's his nature.
I do not know. Not all men are like that.
Like Athena and go
his
be
nature,
a little church boy, but to
it
say
is his nature, but not all men are like that.
Man is
I
crazy.
believe that a man is very
like
attractive.
That type of man, you can go get
a man is very attractive when he has self-control. An actual grown man that knows how to lead.
Wait a second, isn't this ladies first?
Go ahead, Maribel.
I believe that a lot of stupid decisions come from being bored, lonely, and horny. And it's like, if you don't have self-control for that, like, of course, you're always going to be sexually desiring women. And pornography has really destroyed men spiritually. It's predatory. It makes you desire anybody, and it's nasty. It's like,
you mean the pornography that women make? Because it comes back full circle. It's not like men are just watching pornography of chimpanzees. No, they're watching pornography of men. Maybe some men, of women. Maybe some men watch chimpanzees. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
You cannot trust a man like that. That is the truth. You can't trust them, because women
don't be too long-winded, because you said something I want to speak on, so don't be too long-winded so I can rebuttal.
Women feel, obviously we're biologically different as males. So, and I believe that when a woman, obviously in a relationship, I'm not talking about that. I don't agree that it's cheating, but I do agree that it's disrespectful when you're dating somebody and they do those type of things, depending on the photo. Because as a woman, I like to feel emotionally safe with the man. As the man is doing that, I cannot trust the man.
Okay.
Because I'm glad
that you, hold on, you're long-winded. So I'm glad that you stated that this is the man you're in the relationship, right? Why is he bored, lonely, and horny? Why is your man bored, lonely, and horny? Right? So you got with a man with no ambition and nothing to do. So that says something about
exactly.
He's feeling lonely, so that says something about you. He's horny, that says something about you. Okay? You're not tending to his needs. We're talking about a boyfriend or your man or your husband.
Trust me, girl, I tend to his needs.
That means you're not on your job, and you don't really like him like that.
Okay, can I respond?
Why is he going through all three of the things you just named as your man? That's crazy.
Melanin is right. I don't care what women say. If you're servicing your man very well in the bedroom department, I'm telling you, he's not going to cheat just like that. Because even if he tries to cheat, but his balls are empty, it's not going to work. And men know what I'm talking about. If you can't get it up, you can't get it up. I don't care how attractive the woman is. If your woman at home has been emptying your ball sacks the entire time, morning and night, you're not going to be able to cheat, because you're not going to have the desire. So Melanie is right. Why is your man lonely and horny all the time? That means he's in a sexless relationship.
I don't have a man, by the way. I
don't care. It doesn't matter.
Because obviously, I left him for this specific reason. I cannot trust that type of man. So I have to respect my own boundary and be like, okay, if I don't respect
not in a relationship, get out of the relationship.
Let's do one mic. Let's do one mic.
Get out of the relationship.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I did. That is exactly
one second, friends. 1 second. Let's do one mic. Maribel, finish your thought.
Because this type of man, no matter how much he gets, no matter how much he gets, no matter how much likes and women you can't please that man. He is lustful to the max, and you cannot please this type of man because he desires every woman. And it doesn't matter how much you give him, he is just not fulfilled. Why? Because he is empty. He has no vision. He has no purpose. He has no direction. So he doesn't even know himself. And you cannot save that type of man, period.
You don't know a man, first of all. And that's why women with this type of mindset get cheated on. You don't deserve monogamy. You don't even know how important it is for him to have this sort of release. He's not a woman. He's not a woman, okay? He can't go months and years without this this type of pleasure. And that's why I cannot stand women coming up here talking about monogamy and always having the most horrendous things to say about a man when you don't even understand him.
So what if you give it into him like,
girl?
I believe that a man that it's actually
I got you, mama.
I believe that if a man is actually not afraid and confident about who he is, he can have multiple women as long as he's making enough money to have multiple women and take care of all the women. 3, 4, 5, 6, who cares? As long as you have the income.
But I mean, that's true what she's saying. If a man, I never said it, if a man has money and can take care of the women, all the women he wants, yeah, he should go ahead, obviously, if the women agree. But she's switching the subject. The subject was she left a man who was lonely, bored, and horny. And Melanin is asking, why was your man horny and lonely, yet he was in a relationship with you? That means there's something she wasn't doing. And this goes back to what I always say. When they tell their side of the story, they paint themselves as the victim. Oh my God, I was such a good woman. He was such a bad guy. He was so lonely and horny. What do you mean he was horny in a relationship? It would be different if she said, we used to have sex 3 times a day, but he was still horny. Now that's different. But even then, I don't see it happening unless a man is using some kind of drugs or something like that. But sex 3 times a day, no man is even going to be able, the men top out. It's not like women that they can just keep going and going. So that means the man was in a sexless relationship with her.
This type of man is afraid of his sexuality, so he'd rather hide himself.
You feel like a man can have multiple women. How are you calling him a horn dog at the same time if you feel like they have?
Because he does not admit he's afraid of his sexuality. Obviously, he has to do it behind the scenes. He can't be honest about the dog he is, and that's the thing that I don't respect. If a man can't admit how much of a dog he is, no matter how much sex he gets, no matter how much sex he gets.
So you are telling me that broke men can be horny, but rich men can. If men can afford multiple women, they can be horn dogs, and they as long as they have money to take care of all of them and put money on their pockets. But the poor man that works on a factory making cars, he better control his ding, ling, 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 because you can afford other women, so you better just pick one and stay with that. Like, what's going on with that? Jennifer Lopez had the song saying, money don't cost a thing. I believe her. I believe that you should love me for me. Right? So what's that all about? And then I want Melanin and Mama P to respond because Mama P wanted something to say. If everybody on the bottom wants to say something too, y'all can add to the conversation, okay? Maribel, what is your thoughts about what I just said?
So first of all, no, I'm not saying that any man can be a dog, right? He could have multiple women as long as he's confident enough to admit that he wants multiple women. But obviously, the man that I'm speaking about wasn't confident enough to admit that, or that he wanted multiple women. And obviously, I do believe that if a man is confident enough to say that he wants multiple women, because I'm pretty open about that, like if he wasn't so I don't know, how do you call it? Afraid of his own sexuality? Because that's basically how he's acting, So no, but I believe any man could, as long as he has that confidence to be that man and he speaks that he's not afraid to be outspoken in that type of way, then of course have multiple women. But I'm saying if a man, because I don't believe in the 50-50. I believe that if a man wants a woman to be 100% feminine, he has to be 100% masculine. And if he wants multiple women, he has to have enough money to take care of all the women. That's my point.
So as long as he's 100% masculine, he can get multiple women. If he's not 100% masculine, he should just stick with one.
I mean, kinda, because how is he gonna handle multiple women with 50% masculinity. I kind of agree with her, but I don't think she's saying it in a way that's coming from a good place. She's just pretty much saying, because at the end of the day, guys, I don't care what women say. Even if they get the rich man who can have multiple women, they always want to turn those rich men into average men, into loyal men. So they want a rich man who acts like a man without options. So women know that a rich man can have all the women he wants, but they want him to only be focused on them. They want to turn him into the nice guy. And usually that doesn't happen. The same way they get the bad boys, the gangsters, the criminals, and then they try to turn those guys into nice guys, and it never works. So she may say, yeah, a rich man can have multiple women. I can guarantee you, if she got a rich man today, she would want him to just be loyal to her. Because remember, if he's rich and he has money, he's going to be spending his money on other women. But they usually want the man to spend the money on them, just them.
No, I'm not saying that. They can both. They can both have multiple women as long as they're not afraid to say like that. That's in their nature, you know.
Why would I tell you anything when you just called a man that likes more than one woman a dog? Why would I tell you anything? Calling me a dog for something
that's a sin. Obviously, he's a sin. Why wouldn't he? Men are stronger than women. Men, why are you afraid of me?
Because of this mouth. Your mouth. You haven't stopped talking yet. Your mouth. Don't nobody want to hear this mouth. That makes
then he better be more dominant. He better be more masculine.
You just won't stop, and you're making no sense. This is why I wouldn't tell you anything. You're not a safe space. You're a headache.
Remember all these
melanin always keeps them in check. If I said everything Melanie just said, I would get canceled. I'm telling you. Shout out to Melanie, man. She always keeps the women in check. Shout out to her for that.